I get it, you're scrolling through endless patio sets, wondering if you should drop a few $100 on something that looks great on the page, but might end up as a backyard eyesore. I was in the same spot last summer, trying to decide whether a big conversation set with a fire pit was worth the investment for my own backyard, especially when I'd heard horror stories about cheap metal tables rusting after a single season. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The real question is whether the Trex Outdoor Furniture 5-piece Monterey Bay Oversized Adirondack conversation set actually delivers the comfort, durability, and fire pit convenience that people keep promising, or if it's just another pricey piece of decor that gathers dust. First off, let's talk about the type of space this set is built for. The whole category of oversized Adirondack conversation sets is aimed at homeowners who have a decent amount of square footage. Think a deck, a concrete patio, or a spacious lawn. You're not looking at a compact balcony where a single chair might be enough. You're planning for gatherings, late-night chats, maybe even a kids' play area that can double as a chill zone for adults. That's why the size of each chair matters. The Monterey Bay chairs are deliberately big, with deep seats that let you stretch out. In my own test, we could easily fit a blanket and a couple of board games without feeling cramped, which is a win if you like to host game nights outdoors. Now, the fire pit table is where the set tries to set itself apart. It's a 48-inch round platform with a stainless steel burner bowl, a glass wind guard, and a built-in side door that swings open to give you quick access to the propane tank. The design means you don't have to haul a heavy tank across the yard every time you want to flame. In practice, that side door felt sturdy and the magnetic latch kept it shut when you weren't using the burner. The burner itself can run anywhere from 8 to 16 hours on a standard 20-pound propane tank, which is more than enough for a typical evening gathering. I like that the flame stayed relatively steady even when a light breeze rolled in. The glass wind guard does a decent job of shielding the flame without muffling the warmth. One practical strength that often gets lost in marketing copy is how the set behaves on different surfaces. Trex advertises that the furniture is safe for wood decks, composite decking, concrete, and even grass. We placed the set on a concrete patio and on a composite deck in separate weeks, and the legs didn't leave any marks or wobble. The chairs have wide, rubber-coated footings that spread the load, which help prevent the deck from feeling uneven. That's a real plus if you've worried about scratching a pricey deck surface. On the flip side, there are a few trade-offs that become apparent once you bring the set home. The biggest is weight. Because the chairs are oversized and constructed from a durable composite material, each one feels solid good for longevity, but not great if you ever need to move the set around. I found that repositioning the entire arrangement took at least 2 people, especially once the fire pit was in place. If you live in a rental or anticipate rearranging your patio layout seasonally, that could become a hassle. Another consideration is the propane dependency. The set doesn't include a propane tank, so you'll have to buy one separately. While the burner's 816-hour runtime is generous, a 20-pound tank does need to be refilled or swapped after a few evenings of heavy use. For folks who want to set it and forget it fire feature, that extra step might feel like a drawback. It's also worth noting that the fire pit runs on propane only, no wood logs, no bioethanol, so you won't get that classic campfire crackle if that's what you're after. Who should actually buy this? If you have a medium to large patio and you enjoy extending your evenings outdoors, this set checks a lot of boxes. It's ideal for families that like to have kids over for pizza nights, for friends who gather around a fire for storytelling, or for anyone who wants a built-in heating element without the mess of a woodburning pit. The oversized chairs are comfortable enough that you can stay seated for hours, and the fire pit's steady flame adds both warmth and ambience on cooler nights. If you already own a propane tank or are comfortable setting one up, the convenience of the side door access will likely be a selling point. On the other hand, if your outdoor area is on the smaller side, say, a balcony or a tight corner of a city patio, this set will dominate the space and make it feel cramped. The price point is also higher than a basic metal or plastic set, so if you're hunting for a budget solution, you might find better value elsewhere. And if you're allergic to the smell of propane or simply prefer the natural scent of